ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the likes up, guys. Let's hit the like button. Let's do this. Game week 4, Sunday surgery. All right, are we ready to start the show? Let's talk about game week 4, Steve-O, and let's switch over. Whoa, I haven't done this. Hello, everybody in the chat. How's it going? You having a good one? You had a good weekend? You had who had a barbecue this weekend? Anyone nice? Anyone? We had roast dinner today, which was quite nice. Football was on. I enjoyed this weekend from a footballing point of view. There was certainly some people that have done very well in FPL. People that have triple captain Haaland have done very well. People that have had outliers in their team, the likes of Son, for example, and the disappointment that came with owning 3 Chelsea players. And what people are thinking about owning them going forward. Because obviously now, Steve-O, Game Week 4 is done. Wildcard time for a lot of people. International break. Will they be looking to offload their Chelsea assets? Maybe even stick with maybe one. Not go with a triple up. Look elsewhere. People looking at Arsenal maybe again after today's result. Are Arsenal now reverting back to a proper back 4, Gabriel back in? Is it going to be something which we can rely on with Arsenal? I must admit, I'll get onto that game in a short while, but lots of things for people to think about as a result of this game week, Steve. I don't think it's cut and dry, a lot of these decisions. I've got my own opinions on Chelsea. I've got my own opinions on, a few of the players on my team that haven't been performing as well as I'd hoped. But yeah, man, you did the Saturday night. Let's just kick off by saying you did the Saturday night stream. You weren't too happy about doing it. You kind of were a little bit, I don't know, I won't say the word bored, but you kind of didn't want to go over, I think, what I was talking about probably earlier on in the day, and you just didn't want to rehash everything again. Which is fair enough, and we weren't really getting anyone really kind of chatting. So hopefully tonight we'll get some conversations. I want to say hello to Connor, Animations, Tom Stainer, 18 PM, Odin, Son of Sam, Harry Dawson, Thomas Maynard, Noah Clickus, Nick Sharp's in the chat too, Animations, Dazid, Shakalaka Mekaleka, Faded Raza. We got Zain Hussein, we got Harbour Boy, Chris Woods, Aaron, and many others tuning in. Steve-O, how's it going, man? First and foremost, how you doing? Oh, hang on. Let me now talk. Here we go.
Had a nice sunny day up here and tried to watch as much of the Liverpool game as possible. Nice to see Aston Villa got battered. Certain individuals saying how I was an idiot for not going with Aston Villa players. I watched a bit of the Crystal Palace game. God almighty. I mean, I literally was pulling my eyes out watching some of that match. That was appalling. And then I watched that incredible game. Well, incredible last 20 minutes to your game. I really enjoyed that match. But like you said, we'll get onto that in a few minutes. I'm just totting up the difference between my wild card and the previous team, Jay. So if you want to carry on talking, I'm going to find out exactly.
Yeah, of course. We'll go over obviously today's results. We'll bring it up on the screen and just have a chat. Just to everyone knows the results anyway, but you know. So I got 77 points. Big yay. Salah, I did have Salah in my team. Am I happy with a goal return in that? Yes, I am, because Salah's not exactly been on hot form of late. Liverpool winning comfortably 3-0 over Villa. Could they have got more goals? Yeah. Crystal Palace beating Wolves 3-2. I didn't expect there to be that many goals in that game, but that was certainly had the most goals in of the day, which is kind of madness, really. The fact that Wolves scored more than a goal and the fact that Palace were able to get the win. Edouard with 2 goals, Eze with a goal. People obviously ended up getting rid of Eze a few weeks ago. I mean, the 3-0 win, Liverpool over Aston Villa, Salah, Subazai, own goal by Matty Cash. Who did anyone have Matty Cash on their 11? Let us know. Come on the show tonight. Have a rant about it. Darwin with 2 assists. Darwin owners will be happy, I'm sure. Alexander-Arnold with an assist. And then we move on to the Arsenal-Man United game, and very briefly, don't let the scoreline deceive you. It wasn't a rout. I think a large part of the game was pretty even. I thought that Arsenal deserved probably in the end to walk away with the 3 points because they just wanted it a bit more, but Man United failed to really make too many clear-cut chances, but took them when they did, i.e. the run through by Rashford. And we've always said him playing on the left-hand side was his best position. Everyone says that. Everyone knows that. And of course, he's not going to miss that many chances when he gets put through into the box. Still had to do a fair bit. And in the end, obviously got it past Ramsdale. But had Garnacho scored an onside goal, even though had that goal have been allowed, I think the game possibly could have easily ended something, differently. I think that was mentally, it was a big impact for United, that goal disallowed. And obviously there was a penalty decision that was turned away. Correctly so. By the way, I want to say that first and foremost, the penalty decision on Havertz was the correct one. Purely because I don't want to see, and I don't think pure football fans want to see, tiniest bits of contact creating penalties in the game. And by the same standards, Rashford's against Nottingham Forest last week as well, exactly the same. The slightest bit of contact, if a player gets slightest bit of contact in the box, goes down, it should not be a penalty in my opinion. It works both ways, and I thought the referee made the right decision in the end. I think there was probably still a few things that the referee didn't do right, but all in all, I don't think the referee and the officials and VAR can be kind of moaned about too much in that game. In the end, the better team, the team that wanted it the most won, which is was ultimately the outcome. Garnacho was onside, says Connor. Now, the thing is, I've been saying it for a while, but with these angles we're getting VAR, Steve, I don't know if you want to agree with me or not. The angles we're getting for the, do you know the offside when they draw they do the whole analytics? They don't have like a very good angle a lot of the time. They're normally on a slight angle, like a 30-degree angle to the actual play. So the person looking at the footage is like, that looks onside to me. But if you go square, like where the linesman would be, you might have a completely different view of the whole situation. Garnacho, to me and to the commentators and to most neutrals, probably looked onside. But the lines, if the lines are doing their job properly, are there to give you the real, like, right angle line across the pitch to say that is the actual the line that you should be looking at from the linesman, essentially. But I just think it's really annoying that we're getting these angles that are like not in line, and we're just kind of getting this sort of like, we're almost led into this false sense of security when you see these angles, because you're, oh yeah, that guy's definitely onside, but he's, you get what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you agree with me, but I just think I think that today you can't really say much. I think the VAR worked the way it should do. I mean, the commentators were saying, about the Arsenal Man United game, they were saying that the VAR should not be calling the Andy Taylor over to check that again, because it's not a clear and obvious error in their opinion. But I did think it was. I think it wasn't a penalty, and I don't know if you watched that part of the game, Steve-O. Havertz going down, the referee pointing to the spot, him having that second chance to have a look at it, and having a look at it, it without pressure, making a decision. He got the right decision. I thought, all in all, can't really complain about it. And I know Ten Hag was moaning at the end of the game, with a push on Højlund and the goal that was ruled out. Well, I think, to be honest, I'm not actually feeling bad about that game. I actually felt for parts of that game, United defended really well. And I was pretty happy that we were defending we weren't leaving massive gaps for Arsenal to exploit, which was my worry. And I have to give credit to Dalot, who played amazing at left back. I have to give credit to Wan-Bissaka. And I have to give credit to Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal, there were people saying, Arsenal showing United too much respect. I just think Arsenal set up really well. I think it was a very interesting tactical game. Odegaard ran the show for Arsenal. And in the end, a moment of brilliance. In the end, from Jesus sealed it. I mean, that was beautiful what he did when he sat down Dalot after he had for me, a very, very good game. I would have put Dalot on an 8.5 out of 10 in that game. The Rice goal to effectively win the game was very fortunate, of course, but if you've got to be in that position, you've got to throw your foot at something to get there, to win it, really. And he did. And obviously the deflection off of Johnny Evans just took it past Onana. But, you have a bit of luck, every now and again, don't you, Steve-O? And a bit of luck goes your way, you win a game. Fine margins.
Yeah, I think that Arsenal fans would be more regretting the chances that they missed. I mean, there was a Havertz opportunity in the very first half, which was just an embarrassment. I mean, Nick Sharp there saying what a joke of the player. I said, sorry to interrupt you, Steve, but I said in the Discord chat, Havertz and Martial being on the pitch, there was effectively 10v10. To me, but like Mark Goldbridge said, what's Martial going to do if there's no one feeding him the ball or get him into play? There's nothing Martial could do. Even Højlund when he came on, or I didn't even this is how uneducated I am when it comes to football. I didn't even know his name was Rasmus. So when people were saying, we got Rasmus on the bench, I'm thinking, who the hell is Rasmus?
Well, you weren't to know. But I don't know. I thought that when he came on, he's a physical guy. He's a big guy, and I thought that he offers a lot more of a complete package to Martial. I think he's capable of holding the ball. But anyway, moving away from that, let's just start with your impressions of the game.
Yeah, like I said, I think Havertz, if he'd scored that goal, it would have been Man United heads down. Oh dear, what do we do? Saka had an opportunity. How the hell he missed it? He could have put it anywhere.
It's at the goalie.
To put it directly at Onana. Look, the game in the first half was just literally attack versus defence. That's all it was. You defended very well. I completely agree with you.
Which is a really a big bonus for me as someone watching United. I'm always worried about our defence and the chances that we give away at stupid errors. And today I was very happy with the way that we defended. I thought that we played very well out from the back. I think Onana was cool, calm and collected. Probably didn't need to go over the top in the celebration, but
I think look, the reality of the situation is that Arsenal just didn't put away their chances that were presented to them. If they had done, they would have been potentially 2-0 up by half time. They didn't. What was it at half time? 1-1, wasn't it? So
yeah, it was 1-1. Yeah,
scored an absolute cracker of a goal,
and then 35 seconds later.
He is clearly a player that loves the fact that if there is a striker on the pitch and he gets to play out left, basically, if he gets to play out left, he's loving it. He is legitimately absolutely loving the fact that
that's where the space is.
So he's certainly an individual who moving forward with this, I'm just going to call him Rasmus. With this Rasmus moving forward, I think that Rashford becomes a real contender to be coming back into our teams again. He's selfish. To not want to use the same word again, but a similar word. He's very greedy and he likes to attack. He likes to attack and cut in.
He's direct.
It's great to see.
He's like same as Garnacho. And I was very again, and well, you say that. I thought if you saw the way that Garnacho took his goal, that was very nice bit of finishing. Again, very direct, route one, straight through. I
Jesus' goal at the end. To be fair,
but you look at Garnacho, and this isn't the United stand, by the way. We are going to talk about other games, but we are talking about Arsenal Man United because it's fresh in our memory. If you look at Garnacho and you compare him to Anthony on the other side, I don't want to keep going on about Anthony, but the guy has been found out. The defenses know what to expect from Anthony when he gets the ball. Yeah, he might try and do a few tricks and might go, outside briefly, but he always looks to cut back inside. He always looks try to go for that curl shot or to try and cut back inside to go inside to a midfielder. He's very rarely will you see him actually really trying to take a player on. Either that's a confidence issue or it's an ability issue. I don't think it's an ability issue. I think in the past he has been able to do that. I just think his confidence or Ten Hag is saying don't do it. I don't know what's going on there. He just doesn't seem to want to take a risk and take a player on. He wants to just turn around back to the goal and pass the ball back or pass it inside. It's frustrating because when you got Garnacho on the opposite side, the ball gets played into him. What does he want to do? He's heads up. He's looking. He wants to go. Doesn't matter who he's up against, whether it be Kyle Walker, whether it be Tyrone Mings, whether it be anyone. He wants to go, and that's what I find exciting about when I see Garnacho go. And I think that you're completely right. I think Arsenal could have put the game to bed for if they took their chances earlier on in the game, but I think ultimately the performance from United I wasn't too concerned about. I was pretty happy with the performance. We were going to go into halftime 1-1. I thought that was pretty much a fair like sort of scoreline at halftime. I was expecting a little bit more. I almost when I saw Højlund come on, I did get frustrated at Martial for large parts of the game. To be honest, I did get frustrated, and I know you're saying he doesn't get service, but he just does. Again, like if you're not getting service, you drop in. Look what Haaland does when he's not getting service. He doesn't touch the ball that often, but he's making runs off the ball. Like look at Haaland, what he does when he's not getting service. He's constantly making runs. He's literally stretching that back line. So like the likes of Bernardo Silva, the likes of Foden, Rodri behind him can fill in those gaps that he's basically creating. Whereas Martial, if he's not getting any service, he just loiters. He tracked back a couple of times to help defend, but he's not making blistering pace runs off the back of a defender, just pulling them out of position. He's not doing that, and that's fine. It's not the sort of player it's not the player he is. But I'm thinking with Højlund, we're going to start to see a bit more of that. Because when he came on, not only was he hands-on with Gabriel and Saliba, and he was literally going toe-to-toe with them. And I know defenders are going to hate that. Like, you got Martial in front of you as a defender, you know what he's going to do. You know what Martial's about. He's a tricky... He's got a good touch on him. He can hold the ball up. But he ain't going to cause you any problems. He ain't going to drop his shoulder and spin you on the half turn and then leave you for gold dust, and they could deal with Martial, whereas Højlund, he's got that physical presence, that can create fear in defenders. I've only seen him for a very, very short period of time, but obviously from the highlight reels I've seen on YouTube, he's very much a physical player. I think he is going to adapt to the Premier League. I'm hoping he is anyway, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. But good evening, everybody. I will say hello to everyone. Same thing Zuma scored against Luton on corner. Anthony provided the most threat today, says Mr. Dawson. Anthony, I don't know, man. I don't know. When you say he provided the most threat, yeah, he brought the ball forward maybe 30 yards from the halfway line, and then decided to turn back, and any momentum of any attack was immediately disrupted and destroyed. Good evening, John Hayes. Good evening, Ray. 3-1, like I said, yeah, but I mean, the game was pretty much done and dusted, wasn't it? It was just that through ball onto Jesus at the end. Very nice, well finished. Stevo 15th and Jason.
Actually, that when Jesus came on, didn't Arsenal look a much better team? And Nketiah provides something, but nothing compared to Jesus.
They need to keep Jesus fit.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I thought that the game changed a lot in Arsenal's favour when he came on. I thought he looked brilliant, and I think it gave a bit more oomph to Arsenal, especially when Havertz went off. God.
Very briefly as well, I will say that Harry Maguire didn't put a foot wrong today. When he came on, I was head in hands going, no. But yeah, I don't think he did anything wrong. I thought he came on, given the circumstances, he probably wasn't fully warmed up, came on, did a good job. I know we conceded 2 goals.
What happened with Martinez in the end? Was it just an impact collision and it's just a case?
I don't know. I don't know. Something foot related. I know that much, but hopefully nothing serious. Precautionary, I would hope. Stevo 15th and Jason 30th in the Super Brew predicts. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I'm not exactly good at predictions, to be honest. Anthony tries to play like 11-year-old who stole the ball from a year 7, says Jay Gill. Our level goes up 15 to 20%. Yeah, when Jesus plays. Yeah, if Arsenal can keep Jesus fit for the majority of the season, I think Arsenal are going to be up there. I really do. And he needs to play Gabriel as well. It's Nick Sharp saying spot on. He's a one-trick pony. I just think that either there's something in Anthony's head that he's only trying to do the one thing over and over again. He's been told to do the same thing over and over again by Ten Hag, or it's a confidence issue and he can't do anything else. Good evening, Milan. How you doing, man? 74 points. Good morning. Hello, Jignesh. 287. Very nice. Mr. Harry's in the chat as well. I don't know where Steve-O's gone. Steve-O, are you there? Havertz foul, not a penalty. Nacho goal rule was close. It was close, but we have to trust that the lines were right. We have to trust them because we haven't got an angle down the line, unfortunately. Why don't they give? Here's a question for you guys. Maybe the experts in the chat can answer this. Why don't they give the linesmen GoPros or live video cameras? Because if you think about it, linesman's job is to stay on the last man, right? That is his job. If you put a camera, you could probably just put a, I'm just trying to think how it would work. You could put up, you could probably do something where the camera's on the gimbal system, maybe even on the flag. Do you know what? You could even put a camera on a gimbal on the flag. You know, like a little tiny camera on the flip. That way that every single VAR decision, you're looking at it literally down the eyes of a lino, like from a linesman. I'm sure they could do that. Because these blooming angles we're getting from these VAR replays, when you're seeing an angle, you're like, God, hang on, I'm about 20 yards further back. I'm not seeing it straight on. I'm not seeing a full angle here. I'm having to rely on a line drawn across the pitch. They can give them a camera on their head. Yeah, they could do, but their head may be moving like that. I don't know. You think they're always going to have their head pointed. Yeah, they do, don't they? Just a GoPro or something on their head, constantly looking in that direction. Because they're always looking, aren't they, down the line? Even when they're running with their heads to the side, aren't they? So, yeah, I just think that would make a lot of sense. Wouldn't it make a lot of sense, chat? Like, giving them cameras on their heads? Anyone from the Premier League right now who's listening in to me, that's what you need to do. You need to put live video footage from the linesman, from his head, straight down the line. That way that when there's any decision that is literally an offside or whatever like that, you get the best possible angle from these decisions, whereas you're not having to make imaginary lines up. Anyway, is Gabriel an option again, says Ali Mac? Well, if you're on a wildcard, maybe, but I don't know. They should have 22 drones out there, says Son of Sam. Well, drones, they're great, but they don't last that long. They last about 20, 30 minutes. Steve, are you back now?
Yes, I think I may have to just only join you via Discord, but we'll keep it going for a minute. And see
Oh
how it
dear.
goes. I don't know what's going on, but
Oh no. Okay. Okay. So, is there anything else that we want to just kick off and talk about? No, I think that's pretty much
well, no,
it.
I mean,
So,
I want to talk about. I want to talk about Liverpool. To be honest with you, I want to
okay.
discuss
Yeah.
the fact that look,
Yeah.
they had a very comprehensive victory over Aston Villa. It was a comprehensive victory. Aston Villa offered nothing. The only player that stood out for me was who, Jason?
For you, the only player that stood out for you is gone. Well, it wasn't Salah. I'm thinking that it was maybe Darwin. Is that always? I didn't see a lot of the game, to be honest. I'll have to. I think Steve-O's connection's a bit on the. Steve-O, are you there?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe on Discord, to be honest with you.
What's the matter with your internet?
I haven't got a clue.
Are you wired? Are you wireless?
Wireless, because the internet cable's a load of shite, to be honest with you. It just doesn't want to fit into the laptop, but that's a different story for a different day. Yeah, so going back to that, which Villa player that impressed me today?
Nunes?
The only...
Nunes?
No, Aston Villa player.
Oh, Aston Villa player. The only one that impressed you. That the new boy.
Yeah.
Oh God, what's his name? Who? Sorry.
Right, I'm gonna go on Discord. It's the RB. I'm gonna go on Discord. All right.
Oh no, Steve-O. Let's get him on Discord. This is a shame. He should be using his Ethernet cable. I told him to use his Ethernet cable. No, I'll tell you who I like the look of. I look at that Nicolo Zaniolo. That's who I like the look of. Let's go on to Discord anyway. Let's chat with Steve-O. I don't know what's going on with his internet. Steve-O, are you there? Told you should be using your Ethernet cable, mate, not your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I say, it doesn't seem to want to fit into the internet cable. The whatever you want to call it.
What do you mean it doesn't want to fit into the laptop?
Hey?
What do you mean it doesn't want to fit into the laptop? That makes no sense. You've been using it before.
No, I know. It honestly, it just keeps coming loose. I don't know why. But anyway.
Okay, anyway.
Hopefully this will be all right now.
When you were saying about the one Villa player that you like the look of, I thought you were going to say Zaniolo, because when he came on, he looked really good. Like Zaniolo. I
only watched 66 minutes until the stream cut out. So I only got to see 66 minutes, but the RB, he was running the show. He was fantastic. And he is certainly somebody.
SofaScore said that SofaScore saying that Douglas Luiz was the highest rated.
That's great. I'm only going on what I see.
No, okay, yeah, fair enough.
And from what I saw of DRB, he is everything to that Aston Villa team. He just seems to be the one the ball is just being constantly being directed to. So I think for me, he is certainly an individual I'm looking at wanting to jump on board at some point. The question is when, because Liverpool, as me and you have predicted and we've said all along, that Salah is going to be this player that's just going to get an attack and return in every single game. He's very, very unlucky not to be getting double-digit returns. There's no denying it. I think their best three is who played today: Nunes, Diaz, and Salah. Easily. Once Nunes gets his shooting boots on, I think that he is going to be an absolutely phenomenal striker for Liverpool. But those three work really, really well together. And I think that anybody that owns salaries, just stick with him. You ain't going to get rid of him, are you, Jace?
No, I'm not going to get rid of him. No, I don't have any reason to. I don't need to save money on anyone, so I'm keeping him. But let's move. Talk about our teams now. So let's start with you. Wildcard played. You went with a double. You went with a double Tottenham, and you've got Areola as your second goalkeeper. So Vicario, I'm assuming you're going to do some sort of rotation with Udogie and Vicario. Am I right in saying with Cash?
Well, no. In fact, this specific upcoming, I don't want to talk about next game week, but I've got a 4-4-2 as it stands right now.
Right. Okay.
With Wemo and Wemo on the bench.
Okay. So, okay.
That's what I'm going with as it stands right this second. A 4-4-2, and obviously it's Cash in for Mbeumo, and certainly I'm just looking at it here, and as I predicted, I would come out virtually breaking even with my new wildcard team slightly doing better than my previous one, and that's exactly what happened. My previous team would have got 74 points. I got 79. And that's literally what I predicted. A 5-point difference between the actual scores, and that's exactly what I predicted with my predictions, a 5-point difference. So it's one of those where, as I keep stating, I am happy with my wildcard team. I did say last night that if I want to consider doing a -4 to get rid of a couple of individuals, it may happen. What did you think about the fact that what I was saying last night regarding forwards and how Alvarez is probably the only one to be really looking at?
I disagree. I think, like you just said a minute ago, I think, Alvarez will get reduced minutes at some point. You just know that with
you
Man
sure
City.
about that?
Well, he's not going to be playing 90 minutes every game of the season.
Well,
he's just not.
He's one of their best players.
Doesn't matter. So's Foden. He won't be playing 90 minutes.
Yeah, but I think Foden's more dispensable. I think Alvarez's link-up play with Haaland is something key to what Pep Guardiola's looking for.
Don't get too confident, is all I'll say with Pep Guardiola. Like he will find ways and means to bring in like the likes of Cole Palmer and he bring a kid in. He brought a kid in as well the other game, didn't he? This weekend. So I wouldn't be too confident that he'll play every game or start every game, play 90. I think that it's very much still rotation risk. Whereas I think Núñez, I think if he got 2 assists, didn't he? I still think he's going to get you points. So Núñez is, for me, is in contention. I think Højlund could come out and become an option as well if United start to find a way of bringing him into games. Obviously he didn't start today, but no, I don't think there's just Alvarez. No, I don't. I think that you've also got Isaac. I think Isaac will still be a solid pick. Not amazing, but I think solid. The fact that you can only have 5 midfielders playing will lead people to play a 3-5-2. And they'll just have to pick someone to play with up front with Haaland. I think very few people will opt to play a 3-4-3 or a 4-3-3.
I will say this, something that I know that FPL is based for people that essentially don't need a brain to play. But I must say, I wish in a way FPL was played like... I wish we could play FPL like Sky. Sky kind of allows you to make a plan, and then if you feel like it's going the wrong way, you can make those additional changes. Like I find out that you can on each match day do a transfer, as an example. So today I did Varane out for Núñez, and it paid off obviously incredibly. And I sometimes do wish like we could have that option in FPL.
Well, the thing is, it's a simple game, isn't it?
I know that. I know that. But could you imagine if we were able to, because with Sky, obviously there's a limited amount of transfers, it's 50 per season. And, I've been doing an average of maybe 2 a week, But when you've got a plan set in kind of stone, it kind of helps you navigate with the transfers. Whereas with, as I keep banging on about, FPL is such a knee-jerky type of game.
Look at the price rises we've had.
Well, this is the problem with it, isn't it? It's the price rising that kind of makes people want to get on because they can't afford X, Y, and Z, like I had to with my team.
So, yes or no, are you happy with your wildcard?
It's not a yes or no. It's literally 50-50. With hindsight, with complete hindsight, I would not have Isaac or Foden. I would just swap that with Alvarez and DRB/Salah. That's the only two that I'm not happy with. Everyone else I'm perfectly content with.
Do you want to know what moves I was thinking of doing? I was going to think of doing...
You said it yesterday, didn't you?
No. Son in for for Saka, and Alvarez in for Jackson. I'd have enough money to do that.
Well, Jackson's a must. Well, I say he's a must let go.
Well, not if you got Sterling. I've got Sterling already. So the question is, do I want three Chelsea?
Again, Jackson's a waste of space. Just get him gone if
I think that if Jackson's going to do something, it's going to be because Sterling's given him an assist. That's how I feel right now. So I don't know. I feel that
I'm just gonna. I'm going to just go on my phone regarding Discord. Hold on a minute. Let me just...
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to read some of the comments. Do I take Foden or Sterling out for Son? I wouldn't be taking Foden out. I mean, if you had to choose between Foden or Sterling, the fixtures for both are quite... Oh, I mean, is there another option? Is there another option? If I had to choose between the two, probably would take out Foden because of the potential risk minutes issue. I know there's the whole thing about De Bruyne being injured, but again, it's Pep. Son is Spurs captain, not going to get rested. No, I agree. I think, again, it's very early to see if he's going to return back to previous form. Jackson was overhyped with a tapping against Luton. Possibly. I'm still stuck with João Pedro, so I'm thinking either Nunes or Jesus, but I'm kind of waiting for international break and possible injuries. Could easily do that. But look at this, guy. We've already got a price rise tonight, Steve-O. Are you there still, Steve-O? We've got price rises tonight. Guess who's going up?
Alvarez, isn't it?
But two players are going up. And the ones I've just brought in, well, not brought in, but I just asked about, Alvarez and Son, are going up tonight, apparently. People can't wait. It's an international break. They've got 2 weeks until the next Premier League game, but they're so desperate to jump on those players that they're willing to just to take the risk and bring them in now. Crazy, right?
Arsenal have got Everton away, and Spurs have got Sheffield United at home. Son isn't going to get the... Did you see the goals that Burnley gave away?
Oh, I haven't actually seen the highlights. No, I just listened to what you said. They said it was like the Red Sea was parted, right?
Yeah, it was just embarrassing. And I don't get me wrong. If you want to get Son in. But I just think that he's not done anything for 3 games, and he gets a hat trick against the team he likes to play against. Great. And then they got Sheffield United next, who are not going to be giving them the space that Burnley for certain were giving them. And then in game week 6, Tottenham are away at Arsenal, which isn't going to be an easy game. And then you've got in game week 7, it's Tottenham at home to Liverpool. Again, okay, you could arguably say, well, Son could score in each of the games. Yeah, he can, but did he score in the previous 3 games prior to that? So he had Brentford away, which in theory you could argue is not such a bad fixture for Tottenham. You then have at home to Man United, they won 2-0. He didn't do anything in that. And then in the third fixture, They were away at Bournemouth again. You would argue a pretty decent fixture for Son, but he's done nothing. Again, is it positional change? Is it the fact that some certain players aren't playing, which means that Son can be more of a? I don't know, but I just think it's such. It's beyond. It's like you may as well get Evan Ferguson. That it's that knee jerky.
Oh, massively. It's massive. It's a massive knee jerk.
Am I denying Spurs/Suns quality? No, of course I'm not. But to get rid of Saka, who is easily the key man for Arsenal, along with Odegaard and Martinelli, albeit Martinelli especially impressed me today. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. It's not. I'll tell you what. It's not a bad move to get rid of Saka, but Son's going on a very, very long flight, and will he be available for that game on Saturday at 3:00? I don't have a clue. I don't know.
I'm just playing around with transfers. I'm not going to do this. I mean, but like
that's a lie.
But look at this.
You
right?
did it yesterday.
No, I haven't. No. But look, like I can do Saka. Listen to these transfers. Saka, Jackson, Mbeumo out for Alvarez, Son, and Højlund.
And play a 3-4-3.
And play a 3-4-3.
And then who do you bench?
What do you mean? Who do I bench? It would be Saka out for Son.
Son, yeah.
And then it'd be Mbeumo out for a bench player, 4.5. In this case, Sarr, for example, who's the highest transferred in at the moment. And you got Jackson out for Alvarez, and then Usula, who's a bench fodder for Højlund. I don't mind those.
What's Man United's next fixtures? Brighton at home.
People, do you know what a great indicator of something that could actually pay off is when people in the chat saying, "Don't do it, don't do it." Won't take Saka out. He'll breeze 200 points this season. Don't do it. You know what? If I do stuff like this, I will do it just for the fun of it. But I'm not going to hit the button yet. I've got exact funds though, Steve-O. Exact funds to do those moves.
I think that, look, if you're confident in this, I'm just going to call him Rasmus. If you're confident in him
I've just pressed the button. I've just done it. Screw it, I'll do it. I don't care.
Have you really done it?
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah.
Has he? I can't see his team chat or anything. Has he done it, chat? Put it up on screen if you've done it, Jace.
So what? I don't care. I'm not scared like other people. Oh, I don't want to do the moves. And content creators would have, like, if I went onto a content creators channel and was like, should I do a -12 to bring in Højlund and Son? They'd be like, no.
That's a -12.
Yeah. As you proved, Steve-O, it can easily pay off.
But
easily. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, all right. Then let's do it now. What are your predictions? Man United against Brighton. Let's go.
I went through the AI. I went through the AI, and the AI said that I would be guaranteed a 15-point haul from Højlund.
Let's be serious for a second here, right? So Man United versus Brighton. What are you seriously thinking?
Man United versus Brighton. 2-1 to Manchester United.
What a surprise that is.
Maybe 2-1.
Surprise. Spurs versus Sheffield United.
Spurs versus Sheffield United. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Spurs.
And who's the other player that you're
Alvarez.
bringing in? Alvarez away at West Ham. What are you reckoning on that?
Alvarez away at West Ham. I'm going to go with
Man City away at West Ham.
Yeah, with Man City away at West Ham, I would go with a 2-1 or 3-1. 3-1 City. 3-1 City.
So you're predicting 3, 4, 5, 6. You're predicting 7 goals. Okay? 7 goals. And what are you expecting from Rasmus? A goal?
A
Just a
goal.
goal?
A goal.
Okay.
Minimum.
One goal.
A goal.
Son?
I would say Son has the opportunity of getting a goal and or an assist.
All right, let's just say a goal and assist. And then we've got Alvarez away at West Ham.
I'm going to go with a goal.
A goal. So you've got rid of Jackson. What are you expecting from Jackson?
What I've seen from him earlier on is a lot of wasted opportunities.
So 2 points? Nothing?
2 points, yeah.
Saka away at Everton.
Saka away at Everton, I think 3 points.
Which is fair enough. And then the other player was who? I've completely lost. Oh, yeah, it was a complete nobody, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a nobody. Asula, yeah, it was nobody.
So, plus 12. So
I might literally I might break even, to be fair.
17, and then that's...
Or I played my free hit to cancel it out.
You're thinking you'll break even, and then moving forward with these particular individuals, you'll then have for game week 6, Spurs at home, away at Arsenal. Rasmus away at Burnley, that could be very profitable.
I'm captaining Son, by the way, did I tell you?
The captaincy would be on Son.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, vice captain Haaland. Yeah.
Backing against Haaland.
Yeah.
Wow. Genuinely, well done for doing the transfer early. Genuinely, brilliant. And if you become number 1 in the world, you explain why.
Yeah, come on the show. Tell us where you go. Yeah, so you'll never see this anywhere else, guys. We're going with completely a massive punt on Højlund. I've only seen 25 minutes of him, but I've got a feeling. I got a good feeling that he's gonna do well. Slightly biased, of course, slightly, but still, yeah, you gotta win it. You gotta be in it to win it. I'm gonna go with Son captain. And hope he smashes Sheffield United and Maddison gets a few assists for him, because I think that Son can rise back to his previous form. What evidence have I got on it? Absolutely nothing, of the part of me he did well this weekend against Burnley. They were a bit awful. You know what's hilarious? I did sack out for Son as well. Weird. Yeah, but you probably didn't do a -12. Has anyone done a hit this week already? I mean, it's not even the international break. Like, put it this way, people will be calling in the show going, should I do a -8? Should I do a -4 for these players? I'll be like, hang on, wait for the information, wait for the news. But I guess what did it for me was the fact that Son's going up tonight, and so's Alvarez, it looks like. So I wouldn't have been able to make these moves. So once these go up, they go up, so... should I sing for Salah? Yeah, if I captain him and he scores a hat-trick, I will sing for Salah. I'm joking. I do remember last season Son did nothing, then got a hat-trick. Yeah, I mean, maybe his points have come and gone now. Maybe I'm just chasing points that are not going to happen. But yeah, I don't care, man. I'm playing it for fun. I mean, I'm still ahead of Steve-O. And with the point hit now that I've taken on Steve-O, I will be, at the moment, I am... for 8 points. I'm 8 points ahead of Steve-O at the moment, as it stands, because Salah came through for me today. I'm 4 points behind Steve-O. It's not the end of the world. Not. And I judge that because it's our rivalry that me and Steve-O's got. So, and I've got another main thing as well was the fact that Steve-O and me have got a very similar team. Since his wildcard, I think we've got 1 or 2 players that are different. With these changes, it's given me a few more differentials in my team that Steve-O will either have to transfer in to try and block me off, or think about using, going elsewhere and, well, maybe just sticking with what he's got. Probably sticking with what he's got, I'd imagine, considering he wildcarded. no hit. I did Martinelli out for Son. Yeah. Steve-O's quiet. Steve-O, what's going on?
Just listening to you speak. I just think it's fantastic that you've gone and done what you've done.
Giving points away.
How early it is, and the fact that these players potentially,
could get injured.
injuries.
Yeah, I know. Well, to be fair, I've got Estepinian, Henry on the bench. I mean, Sarr. I mean, to be fair, I'm more than happy with the quality that I've got to come in if one of these players did unfortunately get injured. I mean, to be honest, I would play Estepinian away at United, to be fair. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that Matty Cash has got a decent fixture, Chilwell, arguably. Yeah, the fact that your dog is at home to Sheffield United. Yeah, I think I probably would consider Estepinian away at United as an attacking option in my team. Jason, did you hear that Haaland got the same goals in the same games as last season, and game week 5 he got a hat-trick? Don't even start, Edgeworth. Do not even start. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Right, are we going to get some callers on then?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that...
Get yourself in the waiting room, guys. If you want to come on and chat about your FPL team, this is the Sunday Surgery where you come and rant about what went right, what went wrong. I want to hear people that have got a bad week. I want to hear people that have made transfers in rage already. Maybe you're going to hit the wildcard button and you want to come on and talk about your wildcard. Now is your opportunity to come on the show. Get yourself in the Discord, get yourself in the waiting room. Edgeworth is here already, so let's bring him in. Mr. Edgeworth, what's up, man? What's up?
Good evening. Not much.
So, yeah, how are you doing in the old world of FPL at the moment? Where are you ranked?
1 mil, 150k.
1 mil, okay, you're around about where I am then at the moment. I'm around the 1 mil mark, 1 mil and 26k. 1 mil and 26. I'm just above you, but maybe not for long, considering what I've just done. 86 points, triple captain. You came on to brag.
No. I've not came on to brag, no. What I came on for Pickford. Should I transfer a goalkeeper out?
Well, first and foremost, have you got any other issues in your team? Pickford, Chilwell, Estepinian, Enrique, Madison, Sterling, Foden. No, not really. You just got the one transfer, yeah?
Yeah, one transfer. It's because I think 2 transfers.
Who would you bring in for him?
That's another problem, right?
Have you got money in the bank?
I know it might. Yeah, I got 3.7 in the bank. It might sound crazy,
Edison,
but maybe no, Allison.
Allison, yeah, Allison.
Crazy, but...
So the fixtures for Liverpool are bloody nice. Yeah, Allison, yeah. Allison's a decent pick, to be fair. Money's not an issue in your team. You've got no Salah in there. So, yeah. Could easily look at just a premium goalkeeper if you just wanted to get rid of Pickford to Allison, set and forget for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and also Jackson, man. As I saw that opportunity which he missed, which would have been a Sterling assist
on the plate,
and
wasn't it?
Goal.
Harder to miss, apparently, is what the commentator said on the radio.
Yeah. It was almost a tapping, and he managed to put it over the bar. But yeah, I still don't think you can get Jackson out. With them fixtures, I just think you have to keep him, especially if you haven't paid your wild card, because he has good fixtures up until.
Even if you've got Sterling.
Yeah, I just think them fixtures are so good, and it's best. I mean, if you paid your wild card, you can get. I think you could get him out, but especially if you haven't paid your wild card, because he has good fixtures until the next international break, where me and others will play it. So I think.
Well, I think for me, I've lost patience with him. I know the fixtures are great. I know a lot of people with logic would say hold, but I think that you could probably just keep Sterling and move him on if you wanted, and probably not. And there will be attackers that have got a higher ceiling than him. I just don't see Jackson getting a haul. I don't see him scoring more than one goal in a game. I don't see him popping off and doing what we've seen, for example, Nunes do. Or maybe even what Alvarez has done. I think that both of those options possibly outrank Jackson, regardless of fixtures. And I mean, I've made a massive punt on Højlund. I think that I could see Højlund being a bit of a bandwagon if he does well against Brighton. A lot of people are going to write United off in that game. I think that Højlund's going to be a handful. I think he's going to he'll be a bit. So. Yeah, I mean, if you want to just sort your Pickford situation out, do it. Yeah, I mean, you've got nothing else that pressing in that team to do at all.
Yeah. How far is Nkunku away?
Isn't he like 3 or 4 weeks away still? I'm not completely sure. Don't think FPL's got an expected.
I thought it was December.
I don't think there's an expected return date for him. Yeah, unknown return date. So yeah, I think he's out for a fair bit of time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
what do you mean by your comment in the chat regarding Sheffield United?
I don't think Spurs will run over Sheffield United like everyone is saying. To be fair, I think I could really see Son not returning. And Sheffield United holding out for a 0-0, even finishing 1-1.
No, I can understand them losing 1 or 2-0, but holding out, it ain't happening. Sheffield United aren't that good.
I mean, they only lost 2-1 to City, and they haven't conceded more than 2 goals this season. I just don't think it will be as amazing a fixture for Son as everyone's making out.
Oh no! I agree with you on
that. Everyone's making out. They did lose 2. They lost 2-1 to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, and they also lost 2-1 to City.
Yeah, they lost 1-0.
But what I'm saying is they're letting goals in. They're not keeping teams out. So far this season, they're not keeping teams out, are they?
Yeah, but I didn't mean. I'm not keeping teams out, but not conceding more than 1 or 2.
Yeah, you're not expecting Son to score 55 against them. That's exactly my point. Burnley gave him 2 goals. Maddison. Did you see Maddison's goal?
I haven't watched the highlights yet, but apparently they were tap-ins, right?
No, they weren't tap-ins. They were just.
Were they not?
Here you are, mate. We'll just spread our defence as wide as possible. Just take a shot. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And Sheffield United aren't going to do that. And I think, Tottenham win at most 3-0. I mean, the history suggesting 3-1. I've already looked. There's been lots of goals involved in these two particular teams in this fixture. But what do you think of Jason's -4 then?
-4?
The 12.
Should have done it, mate.
It's interesting. I can't get behind. I can't get behind some of them, but just play your own game.
The right answer is good luck to him. He can do what he wants with his team.
Exactly,
he doesn't have to get approval or validation from anyone else, let alone.
I think Alvarez in for Jackson's very good. I'm not going to pretend that's not a good move. I think that's a very good move. In fact, I'd argue that's an excellent move.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
I just wonder with Champions League. I don't know. I think his minutes will be reduced when Champions League comes.
Well, we'll have to again. Again, I was saying to Steve-O earlier on, I think there will be rotation, of course, but I think certainly for the short term, he's secured a decent spell of a game. But yeah, great score this week, Edgeworth. 86 points, triple captain. you'll be very happy going into the international break. You're not going to be wildcard. You're just going to do your transfer from Pickford to someone else, and even get yourself ready for Game Week 5, where you might get some more information by the end of the international break. You might have to deal with some injuries you don't know yet. So best of luck, my friend.
Yeah, see ya.
Thanks for coming on, dude. Good score.
No problem. Thank you.
Let's get Skipper. Skipper's here, and he's posted his team. He's got 80 points. Skipper, how's it going, man? Just need to unmute yourself in the old Discord, buddy, so we can hear you talking. 80 points from Johnston. Chilwell. Gvardiol's didn't play, so he's going to have Estepinian on for Gvardiol, so it's going to be 82. Udogie, Saka, Maddison, Rashford, Bremo, Foden, Watkins, Haaland. Skipper, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
Happy with the week?
Yeah, saved a bit today because the Salah returns and whatnot put a little bit of a dent into how well we were doing yesterday. But yeah, got 82 after having a Watkins blank and a Johnston win today. Yeah, over the moon, to be honest. Nice green arrow.
Yeah, Rashford getting you that, repaying your loyalty to keeping hold of him. He's repaid it with a goal as well.
Yeah, because we were speaking about this last week. I remember it was torn between Rashford and Matoma or Martinelli and Matoma to get rid of, and opted with Martinelli and Matoma.
Martinelli, of course, did return today. What did he end up getting?
Remember who got rid of him, Jace? Remember who got rid of Martinelli?
Yeah, he got an assist. He got an assist, but I don't think he got any bonus points. It's not the end of the world.
No,
but who got rid of him for Fernandez, Jace?
Say again, sorry?
Who got rid of Martinelli for Fernandez? You remember? It was Fire Talk.
Oh,
I mean, talk about sabotaging your own team. I said it last night. Look, there's going differential, and then there's what are you doing?
Leave the man alone, man. They kick the man when he's down. Fire Talk, come on and defend yourself. God, don't listen to that. Come on and fight fire with fire. No, very good, very good. So what's your plan for Game Week 5, Skipper?
I think Watkins is on the chopping block. If not,
yeah,
more.
Get him gone.
But I don't know who, because I can't go City. I'm blocked from City. Alvarez would be top pick.
Hoyland. Nunes.
I honestly taking out Watkins for Nunes seems to be transferring sideways. They both dodge points like you couldn't believe.
Yeah, it depends if you want to punt or not, don't it?
I think Jesus is 7.9 to be honest.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I mean he's returned from injury, looked very good against us today. Took his goal very, very well. He's probably the safer pick, to be fair.
Yeah, no. If I did do Jesus, it would have to be this week. I don't think I could miss out on the Everton. I think it's Everton away next, and then
Jesus is a massive upgrade. Yeah, so I think Watkins to Jesus, if that's what you want to do, is a massive upgrade. And
it's just the way the team sets up. At the end of the day, I know Palace are a little bit leaky. So I don't know if I get the benefits of rolling, and then I've got another week to see what happens with Johnston and Henderson, because obviously Palace have brought in him now for 20 million. I don't see him. I don't see him going there to be number 2. And Johnston hasn't been that inspiring so far this season for Palace. I watched the game today. The goals, they weren't. He didn't concede bad goals, but Henderson is just such a clear upgrade, I think, on Johnston. So I think I don't know whether to roll and then have 2 for Game Week 6, and then think about upgrade, either moving sideways on a 4.5 to Flecken or something like that, and keeping that 8 million price point forward, or even downgrading Watkins and upgrading Johnston to even an Alisson. I think I quite like the thought of Alisson. I've got him in one of my draft teams, and he's ticked over quite nicely. Alternatively, I'm not in love with Foden at the moment. His cap seems to be at 7 points.
I mean, maybe, but I think Foden. I think anyone in City is capable of returning a double-digit haul on a good day. I don't know. I think
weird.
I think Foden for the price that he is, I think is at the moment in time, I think he's a good value.
Yeah, no, like that's what I think, but it just seems.
I mean, are you happy with 7 points cap if he's getting between 5 and 7 points a game on average?
Oh yeah, like if
it's all right.
But the thing is, though, it's not going to be on average, is it? Because he's not guaranteed to play 90 minutes every game. So
he might not need to play 90 minutes every game. I mean, he might maybe play 70 minutes, and yeah, I still think that he's going to bank clean sheet points. He's going to bank bonus points. I think he's going to get assists for Haaland. I think he does link very well with Haaland and Alvarez. I don't know, man. I think Foden for me is the least of my concerns at the moment.
Don't get me wrong. If I were to do that, it'd be a complete luxury move, if you know what I mean. Like I think Watkins is sort of the first one. Well, Watkins and Johnston would be my first moves to look at, depending on what happens, and then like whatever. I think we'll have a few more weeks then to know what's going on with Pep and Champions League rotation.
Absolutely. I just want to quickly just bring us attention that there has been a tweet that's Andy has retweeted. Steve-O, this is going to be interesting for you. Just maybe might make you laugh and smile. It was mentioned earlier on in the stream. I just had to find it out.
Sancho comments.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah.
So we talk about professionalism, we talk about drama, we talk about dressing room atmosphere. Certainly I've talked about it at Man United for quite some time. But this is alarm bells. So Andy talking about, basically retweeting Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho's put out a statement. Please do not believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training very well this week. Believe there are reasons for this matter that I will not go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which is not fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all the decisions that are made by the coach and staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I'll continue to fight for this badge and no matter what. Interesting. So, what is he referring to? What people have read?
No, so Ten Hag after the game, right? He come out. He was asked about why Sancho wasn't in the squad, and Ten Hag, said that Sancho was not training well, had not been training well throughout the week, and because of that, that's why he was dropped and didn't make the squad. And he was talking about standards.
This is definitely a public airing of a disagreement between Sancho and obviously someone that's written. In this case, it looks like it's going to be the article referring to what Ten Hag has said about him. If that's true, then this could definitely be something that's like a disciplinary action may have to be taken, because it's undermining Ten Hag's comments essentially, and either he doesn't do anything about it and the players essentially aired this publicly and made him look a fool, or he disciplines him and leaves him out of games, which it doesn't solve the issue either. Is that I can't see an easy way that this is dealt with without them both sitting down together and having a chat. But again, this is very much a drama that does not need to be out in the public forum, and it's a bit of an embarrassment for Ten Hag, because there's already been question marks over, the attitudes of players in the team as it stands anyway. Obviously the Harry Maguire debacle, the fact that we weren't able to get players out of the club, mismanagement of players, in that regard. And obviously now this is very worrying to us. You should not see players coming out and essentially disregarding what the manager said, in a press conference, to reporters. It's worrying, and the thing is that Jadon Sancho, he's come to United with certainly a reputation. playing very well in the Bundesliga. He's not exactly set the Premier League alight. He's not exactly been. I mean, from my point of view, he has been given opportunities. He has been given time to rest and to collect himself and to rediscover himself. Maybe this could be another setback for him now.
It's also it's not really a great time to be doing this because obviously now it's the international break. So this is going to be the story for the next 2 weeks as opposed to 1 week.
Oh no,
So,
no, trust me, this has been timed perfectly. Like there would be a reason for this, and I'm telling you now, there's a reason for this. He knows he knows that he's going to be like what Checkles has said. He knows he's going to be pulled into Ten Hag's office on Monday, or whenever they're back in. And there's going to be an issue from there could definitely be some sort of disciplinary because players are under strict controls about what they say on social media about their parent, obviously their clubs. It doesn't matter who you are. Certainly there would be a PR team dealing with this. Jaden's probably got advice about what he should and shouldn't be posting on social media. Someone has probably said to him, do it.
no, it wouldn't be anyone in his PR team.
I would imagine
this is not what we would be doing.
This is definitely purposely done. Like this isn't the way this is worded and the way that this has been done. I think this has been timed and constructed. I don't think this is a venting of frustration. I think this is something that's been boiling up to a point where he's finally released something now, and I think it's gone. It's almost shades of Ronaldo, isn't it? Publicly coming out and calling out the manager.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying it's like the worst timing for it, as in like the worst timing for Man United, not for Sancho, because obviously. Sorry,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this is going to be the story for the next 2 weeks, which is rather than a week, which is obviously not what you want. And obviously as well, the transfer window is close now, so he can't be sold, he can't be replaced.
Yeah,
it seems you have a dead asset.
Convenient,
you have a dead 100 million asset.
I'm at a loss to understand what he's trying to gain out of this. If he thinks that he's going to be given more opportunities,
maybe he thinks Ten Hag's getting sacked.
No,
obviously that's not happening. But it's it's a strange one. Like,
it's really
I
weird.
United played well today. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan. I thought United played well today. And
the thing is, he can't expect to get the fans on his side because he's not done anything to prove that he's he might be putting in the effort in training, but he's not putting in the effort on the field. With all due respect to Jadon Sancho, he is a good player. He's come with a great reputation to Man United, but he's not proven anything in a United shirt. He's not done anything in a United shirt that warrants him to be on the team sheet or certainly in the starting 11. Like I was saying, Garnacho pre-season going into start of the season, I was saying, Steve-O, you can back me up. Garnacho should be starting. Sancho should be on the bench. I was saying that, and
I agree. I like Garnacho. I think he's a good player.
And there's definitely now.
Oh, sorry guys, I got to shoot off.
Yeah. But this is no. But you're fine with your team. Again, thank you for coming on, man.
32. 32.
32. Steve, are you still there? Have you fallen asleep?
Yeah, no, sorry. I had my phone just go off. I gotta shoot off, guys.
Take care, man. Take care, dude. Thank you, Skipper, again. Let's get animations on. Animations, buddy. You're on air. Thank you for waiting patiently in the Discord. How's it going, man? You all right?
Yeah, it's going all right, mate. I had that nice kebab wrap the other day. How was yours, mate? Was it all right?
Oh, dude. Oh, mate. So they didn't have the Mediterranean chicken kebab, which I normally have, with a bit of like garlic mayo, but they had instead teriyaki chicken. It was nice, mate. It was nice. It was nice. I'm not gonna lie, it was beautiful. I was starving by the end of the stream, and I was like, I need food, and it always fills me up, and I can't eat after that. Like, that's me done for the rest of the day. So it's always great. But yeah, dude, 74 points. You did a -4. God, I look at Onana and I just like, oh no, he got 0, and he's a great goalie. Like, he's such a great. I like watching Onana play. He plays out of the back really well, but from an FPL point of view, he just doesn't seem to be getting the points at the moment that many people had hoped for. What? So tell me about your week. You obviously got 3 Chelsea. You got points from Rashford. You got points from Maddison. You know, are you happy? Firstly, and if not, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my team. I mean, the -4 kind of paid off because I ended up bringing in Foden for Bruno for a hit, but I've lost a few points on that, I would say. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, even Rashford was a big one for me as well. Like, I wasn't considering getting rid of him. I just think he's better than Bruno, even though Bruno does have the penalties. But I think from what you guys were saying about Rashford loves playing on the left.
He
I
does.
feel like he's just more explosive, and I feel like with Bruno, all he does is he puts his hands in the air and just complains. He reminds me a lot of Ronaldo in an esque, if you get what I mean. I feel like I prefer Rashford to Bruno anyway, even without the pens. But yeah, going on to the team in general, just I'm happy with it. And then it's just really the things I was going to talk to you guys about was, obviously, I wanted to talk about your team. I mean, we talk about my team, but I was going to go and talk about your team, but I'll discuss my transfers first. But the transfers I was thinking was about Newcastle, and about, is this the week to jump on them when they have Brentford? I mean, Isaac could be a great option, but I think with him, he's gonna lose. He's not gonna play 90 minutes most games. He's bringing about 80 minutes, I would say. And then with the defense, is Trippier too much money, or do you go for someone else like Botman or something?
Steve-O?
I don't think he's here anymore. Oh, he is there. Sorry.
I hold my hands up and say that I've made a massive mistake with jumping on Newcastle. I thought that game versus Brighton would be, ironically, a perfect game for Newcastle. I thought it would be quite an open game. I thought that Newcastle may be able to exploit Brighton. The history suggested that Newcastle would do quite well against them, and to end 3-0 and
I ended 3-1.
3-1, and by all accounts, Newcastle looking absolutely hopeless. I just don't think it bodes well. They've got a decent-ish fixture next, where they have got some very good history versus Brentford. Last time they played each other, it was 2-1, and then at home it was 5-1. Prior to that, it was 2-0, and then they had a 3-3. So they do seem to enjoy playing Brentford, but that happened with Brighton, and Brentford are a completely different animal this year. As well, I say different animal, but it's a game in which, like I say, I'm just gutted I've got Isaac. I'm just absolutely gutted. If I had, say, if I'd have just stuck with Jackson or Watkins, or if I'd gone back to Watkins or something, it would have been one of those where I go, you know what? Didn't like the look of Watkins. In fact, I didn't even know Watkins existed today, to be honest with you. I would just happily just go, right, I'm bringing in Alvarez and I'm getting rid of Foden and bringing in Diaby. But the thing is that Newcastle's next fixtures are really, really good from an attacking potential. Like I say, Brentford's got goals written all over it, Sheffield United away, and Burnley at home, West Ham away. I mean, but then I look at Alvarez and I just think he is just in the form of his life at the moment with Man City, and I just think there's so much more of an upside to him than Foden. I tell you what, I'll tell you what, Jace, I am maybe jumping on the same bandwagon as you and just think, you've done your mistake. Just bring in Alvarez now, get it done. Get rid of Foden, bring in Diaby, and go with what you saw today, which is. Did you watch the game animations between Aston Villa and Liverpool?
No, I was out, but I was keeping up with the scores, but I didn't see how good that they play Villa. They looked absolutely pants.
Well, I wouldn't say they were absolutely pants. They weren't even in the game, but whenever they were involved, everything was going through Diaby. He is a absolute top-notch player. He is fantastic. And it's quite clear that Emre has just gone, given the ball. Just give him the ball, and then whatever he does with it, he does with it. Whether it is finding McGinn, Louise, Watkins, whoever. His orders are, you do whatever you need to do with the ball, and whatever you do is down to you. And I'm just looking at it here, I'm thinking -4 for that Diaby and Alvarez in, or do I just stick with... I mean, if I'm looking at predictions just off the top of my head right now, Newcastle versus Brentford, I'll probably go 2-1 to Newcastle, but the goals are coming from anywhere. You then have Man City away at West Ham. I mean, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 to Man City. Has Foden got much in him to do much against West Ham? I don't know. Whereas Aston Villa at home to Crystal Palace, I mean, it's got 1 or 2-0 Villa written all over it. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one from my point of view. I think that, Jason's done this -12, which I think he's brought in. I think, Jace, if you would have just done Alvarez in for Jackson and then just gone, right, I've done that, get rid of that waste of space. You've done that, brilliant. But to then jump on board of Son and this Rasmus, I think it's just...
Gotta be in it to win it, mate. Gotta take the ticket to win the lottery. And I think that I've got a feeling, man. I've got this feeling that Rasmus Højlund's going to start against Brighton and I don't think he's going to get a goal and an assist. Let's do this. Or maybe even 2 goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
And egg on my face if I'm wrong. Old Trafford, debut for Højlund. Goal, 2 goals, happy days.
I think for me, I'm just happy to. I'm just coming off this website, and I'm just gonna leave anything to do with FPL over these next 2 weeks and not have to worry about it and just think.
Brighton are conceding as well. They conceded against Luton. They've conceded against Wolves.
Even Newcastle.
Every game they conceded, they got beat 3-1 by West Ham, a good team, West Ham. They conceded against Newcastle. Yeah, I mean. They will concede, and I think United will, at home, with Højlund up front, I just think United are going to be a different beast with Højlund at the top. I really do. I hope I'm right.
The history is suggesting a very, very tight game, barring one match in which Brighton beat you 4-0. You've got 1-0 Brighton, 0-0 in the FA Cup, 2-1 Brighton, and then you've got a 2-0 and a 2-1. For you guys at home. But the last 4, Brighton will happily play you.
I think United will be a different beast with Højlund. I do. I think that I'm more than happy. Well, it's too late now. I've already made a decision, but I'm way more than happy to take that punt. It's a big punt. I'm happy to take it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. Animations, anything more?
Men in Black saying, Jason, that -12 is replicating your garage, stripping down your engines. Yeah, cheers, man. Anything else you want to say, Animations?
Not particularly. I mean, I think I got everything I needed to talk about. But I was going to say thanks for getting me on and everything and all that, and keep doing what you're doing. And
wish me luck on my -12.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was on pre-season Son hype, but I mean, if he does well for you lot, then. Fair enough. I just don't think I'll be going there. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Animations.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you. And we got Zoe. How's it going, Zoe?
Yo, it's good.
Hey, thanks for waiting. Thanks for being patient. How you doing in the old FPL then? You got 76 points this game week. Where are you in the overall ranks?
I think I'm around 750,000.
Oh, very nice. Very good. Very good. Nice. So have you been on before? I don't recognize your name.
No, I haven't.
Oh, wow. First time. Cool. So yeah, what did you think of the game week? Is there any red flags in your team that you think needs to get gone, or are you happy to roll and or maybe thinking of doing a wildcard? Or what's your plans?
I was thinking about doing a wildcard, but it's a bit early to do it. I want to transfer out maybe Bruno, and I'm trying to think of someone to transfer for Wissa. I'm trying to get Julian Alvarez.
Oh, there we go, Steve-O. Yeah, Alvarez would be a brilliant transfer for Vista, to be honest. I think Fernandez is frustrating because, like, he can return big, but watching United play, he's much more deeper. I think if this was my team, if you just got the one transfer, yeah. I think if this was my team, the fact that United have got their home next, and Mbeumo has got away at Newcastle. Am I right in saying that? Sorry,
yeah.
not in Mbeumo. Sorry, Visa's away at Newcastle. I think that just the Visa to Alvarez, it could be the transfer that you make.
I just made a big mistake not selling some players. Gabriel. I should have sold him early. He dropped in price. Eze dropped in price. A lot of players dropped in price. I should have sold him. And now I need to wildcard to get Julian Alvarez or sell Bruno. I'll downgrade him.
Oh, you need to wildcard in order to get... Oh, right, okay. So
I need to downgrade Bruno.
Bruno 8.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these players that you've got in your team, I'm looking at now. Yeah, is it worth a wild card? No, it's not necessarily worth a wild card to do the three or four moves in your team.
Yeah, I know.
I think that maybe if you were going to do it, a -4 for Bruno out. I'm just trying to think of players. Maddison in for Bruno, and then Alvarez for Visa would be two great moves. Maddison much more advanced in that Spurs team at the moment than Bruno. Probably going to offer you a higher ceiling, certainly for the going forward. It probably makes more sense, really. Those 4 points would be well spent in both of those moves. That's probably a good move. Steve-O, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think of this team here, Fernandez is the sore thumb that you need to sort, really. Fernandez is just not
It's going to get yellow cards as well, isn't he, Steve-O? He's going to get a lot of yellow cards because he's the sort of player he talks back, doesn't he, to referees, and they're clamping it down.
Yeah, plus he's just dropping so, like last season, just dropping so bloody deep and everything. In fact, I've got more faith in Casemiro getting more points and assists or whatever than Fernandez at the moment. I just think Fernandez is just such a quality player, but the way Ten Hag plays at the moment, it just doesn't seem to be very profitable for Fernandez, despite the fact that how good he is. From a Man United perspective, I'd only be looking at Rashford or at a push this new kid on the block, Rasmus.
Yeah.
Interestingly, you talk about Rasmus, 63,000, nearly 64,000 people have transferred him in already. Judging on that cameo of how long did he have? 30 minutes? No, not even that. 23 minutes he had, but enough people. But 63,600 have decided they've seen enough. I'm one of them. But no, I like the Alvarez pick. I like the Maddison pick. You don't need to take any punts like me. Just do the straight swap. You know what you're getting with Alvarez. You know what you're getting with Maddison. You know they're proven to get you points in FPL. So don't need to overthink it.
What do you think about Gabriel Jesus come back from injury?
I mean, yes.
Going to make that Arsenal attack even more better.
It looked sharp. He looked sharp. He did look sharp, considering he's been away for a while and against United. But I do think United at that point was so hell bent to try and get back into the game. They left a big. They did play a high line, and Jesus was fresh on the pitch. You know, I mean, how long did he played about 20 minutes anyway? So, I think that Jesus. If he's, I mean, the Arsenal look better with him with their team. Don't get me wrong, but will he start the next game? I don't know if he'll start the next game. I think he just introduced a bit earlier into the match. Who are they up against next? Who they got next? Help me out. They got Everton. He doesn't need to start Jesus in that game. I don't think. Will he? It's been after the international break. Yeah, he could do. Doesn't need to, but I think with Jesus in that squad, he's going to get points. He's Arsenal a better team, and I think Arteta knows that. But you've got Saka. I don't know, man. Maybe you don't need to double up. I don't know. I think I probably would just at the moment prefer Alvarez than Jesus at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, great chatting with you, man.
Yeah, thanks, you too.
Thanks for coming on, and come chat with us again, dude. We like to speak to new people, and the best of luck to you, man, and enjoy the international break.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Cheers, dude. Steve-O.
Yes, sir.
I think we're going to call it there, man. It's been an hour and a half. We had some callers on.
Yes. Yeah.
We will say one time, guys, if you've enjoyed the show, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. It's great to hear from you guys. It's great to hear from first-time callers as well. Lots of people getting over 70 points this week, which is good to see. Well done to the triple captainers. Well done for the Son owners. Are you going to be taking a risk? Are you going to be taking a -12 like me? I doubt it very much. Are you going to be wildcarding? Maybe. Steve-O, I'm going to leave it there, and we will be back for the Game Week 5 preview, not the week next week, but the week after. So that would be on, let me just quickly look now. That would be on the Thursday, yeah?
Something like that, yeah.
Wednesday or the Thursday. It'll probably be the Thursday because I've got a gig on Wednesday night.
Good. Look forward to hearing about it.
Yeah. Might get some videos of it so I can share with you. Right, guys, thank you so much for supporting the show, and to all our members, much love. Get yourself in the Discord if you're not already in the Discord.
Actually, that reminds me, there'll be a response to the video I did this morning. Great
video this morning, by the way. I enjoyed it. Yeah, take care. We'll be back soon. Keep an eye out for the members' videos. Keep an eye out in the Discord and on Twitter, and join us on the socials at Elite FPL. Take care, guys.
Thought I saw you